So for me, it was I'm someone who has always struggled with body dysmorphia, always struggled with my weight my entire life. So that was one of those things where I knew I needed some help. I knew that I was willing to put in the work and the effort. Did I need my little kick and push? Absolutely. We all do. So that was when I knew that I needed to reach out to somebody, and somebody that I knew would push me in such a way that, yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit of kickback, but you're going to push me even harder because of that.
Right. So for those who don't understand what body dysmorphia is, you're telling me that you saw yourself bigger or smaller than what you were.
Way bigger than what I am.
So you always see yourself like bigger. So where does that stem from? Like, like when you look in the mirror and let's just say, because I was the one who was recording the stats, and I would say good job, but in your head, you say that's not what.
So stems back from childhood where didn't matter what I did. Could be I didn't have good enough grades or I didn't clean my room, and it stemmed back from my dad saying, well, you didn't work out enough. Like that was a constant turmoil in my brain 24/7 that carried on into adulthood as well. And so from then, that's always been engraved in my brain.
Mm, gotcha. So in other words, like your mental wall, it stemmed from those specific moments. Like, I would ask like during our time together, like when you were like following the plan, as perfectly as you could, and when you felt that surge of resistance, whether that, the doubt or the urge to self-sabotage, like describe like the thought that came with it. Would you say that's also you telling yourself that you weren't doing good enough or you weren't being strong enough or okay, so that's pretty much what you're saying.
You're not tough enough. You're not giving it your best effort. Just referring back to that once again. You're not doing everything that you possibly can. You're not good enough. Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. So, when we talk about like going from that to the next place, like what was the most significant, like, I guess, non-physical change like we achieved? Like, was there a moment you realized, like, wait, I'm not that person, I'm someone who does this, or how did that new identity feel?
Even just doing the physical work itself, for me, somewhere it gave me some mental clarity. It just gave me the clarity and peace. Everybody's got either the mental block, you've got that dull roar in the back of your mind. It absolutely cleared my roar. And that was like my aha moment. This is what I'm here for. And that was my non-physical shift.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So one thing I like to coach people on is like that move toward unstoppable freedom, and so today, where would you say because I know we've worked with other, personal things, since then. Today, where would you say you feel most free, and where has that new identity completely like taken over? Like, has that taken over like in the work that you do? Is it because you're an entrepreneur now that I see. So where has, pushing yourself to do those workouts then, how did that translate you from feeling stuck to actually moving over to a place where you've actually are realizing that you are enough now?
Well, as we've talked before, one of my gifts is self-control. So that has definitely translated over into my work ethic. That's translated over into my personal life. I used to struggle a lot with anxiety, depression. That is something that I have kind of overcome. I used to be medicated all the time. I'm not on medications at all for that right now. Kind of shifting into the physical, like going back to the gym, that does give me my mental clarity, but going back to the self-control, like that is something that you'll learn over time, and it will drift over into every aspect of your life. But that's also something that you have to work for. That is something that you have to consciously put effort into.